What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Thursday before Friday close the lotto video, and today we're going to talk about reflation stocks. But what I need you to do right now is hit that like, share, and subscribe button because I need you to come along with us on the journey. Check the description tab because all the tools and links to make you a more successful trader are right there at your fingertips. And don't forget to check out our website, traderswarroom.com. We are revamping it, and we are putting everything on there for a true one-stop shop. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is not financial advice. The content is for entertainment and education purposes only, and you are responsible for every decision you make. We want you to have fun. We want you to use caution, but always go to war. Check out our flagship, the Traders War Room Discord. Listen, this is a true one-stop shop for all investors and traders, okay? The real-time buy and sell alerts. We're doing live trading, Zoom classes, one-on-one mentoring. We're talking options, stocks, futures, crypto, forex. You name it, we got it. I promise you, there's not another server out here that gives you as much bang for your buck as Traders War Room does. Check it out today. You will not regret it. And don't forget to check out our website, traderswarroom.com. Listen, the new kids on the block are knocking on the door of the big boys, okay? We're coming out swinging. I told you guys we are going to revamp this up, and we are doing just that, man. You can get all of our upcoming classes there, historical classes, book Traders War Room one-on-one mentoring. You can get our pro newsletter there, and very soon we're going to have our merchandise right there so you can buy your TWR swag right from the website. Everything's going to be there, just like our Discord. We're coming out swinging, a true one-stop shop for all traders, investors. Check us out today. At the end of the video today, we're going to have a little brief of the upcoming classes that we have so you get a little idea of what you're getting yourself into. So make sure you stay tuned for the whole video and check out what we got in store. Don't forget to check the description tab. All the links are right there at your fingertips. So you click and you go. Check it out. All right, enough about the promotions. Let's get into the Traders War Room Buzz Report. Let's see what's hot and what's not in the stock market. So market started off hot, and then you had some talk about inflation on the federal side, and you just saw sell-off just make the market tank, man. And it fell fast, okay? Everything was going banging, and then all of a sudden just crash came tumbling down. Now, we kind of took a little uptick towards the end of the market, so I'd like to see what we do tomorrow at opening bell. But remember, it's Friday, so don't expect anything spectacular happen later on in the day. You want to catch your things at the bell volatility in the morning, and then you want to buy your swings in intraday and probably towards end of day so you can make sure you get in at a good low price. Give you guys another view on how the market's closed. Look at that. Now listen, it's hard to make money even on puts when you got a market like this, okay? Because, you know, everything's going super hot, so people aren't even thinking about puts at the time, and they're writing calls, and all of a sudden it just starts tanking, and you get the cascading effect. And then by the time you start getting your puts in, things start to spike at the very end, and then your puts aren't even making money. So definitely difficult markets when they dump hard, and then you got a nice little sharp uptick at the end. You don't know which way the direction is going to go. Here's how your index is finished. Real estate, technology, utilities were the biggest losers. Calls versus puts volume, total premiums. Got a lot of the normal tickers on there as well, but you got a few that we haven't seen for a while, okay? We got the COP over there, all right? And we got the MM over there as well on the green side. On the red side, Facebook actually shrunk a little bit. You know, we got a few more bullish calls going into Facebook. Analysts are saying that enough is enough. This is probably the bottom, and they're really starting to look at the price that Facebook's at now as a buy zone. So we got to pay attention to that because that could be a sharp reversal with some buying pressure coming in. Movers and shakers, of course, you saw a lot of volume with the SPY, the Qs, Uber, and AMD, a lot of those semiconductor stocks did very poorly today. So we're definitely paying attention to those moving into the weekend and possibly towards next week for a reversal. So we'll see what happens tomorrow at the bell. Your top gainers are in green. Your top losers are in red. Not some big, well-known names right there. But did anyone see what a firm was doing towards the end of the bell? That was definitely got a lot of wind and a lot of press as far as what the analysts were talking about that one. So it'll be interesting at the market bell tomorrow to see how things open. All right, so let's get into some news. And I'm going to read this guy's verbatim because this is a hot topic, okay? Hot inflation jump starts case for Big Bang Fed rate hike in March, right? The unexpected large jump in U.S. consumer prices last month has bolstered the view that the Federal Reserve is late to take fight against the strongest inflation since the early 1980s and needs to take dramatic action to make up lost ground, with investors sharply upping their bets that the U.S. Central Bank will start with a big bang 50 basis points interest rate hike at its March 15th to 16th policy meeting. Debate over the possibility is sure to intensify within the Fed in the coming weeks. Listen, the sentiment is bearish on long-term investments, okay? Now, will we end up forgetting about this moving into finishing off February? Yeah, okay, there's going to be potential to make some money. Not all stocks are going to feel this. There's some inflation-proof stocks. We're going to give you guys some of the sectors that tend to be inflation-proof and are reflation type of stocks. But, man, this is everybody's news story right now, and this is on everyone's mind. So you got to get spun up on this, and you got to pay attention to this. And this piqued my interest. The Canadian trucker protest forces some companies to use air transportation. Automakers and some manufacturers are looking to the skies as they seek alternatives for moving products. Caught up in Canadian trucking protests that have hit supply chains on both sides of the U.S. and Canadian border, union and industry executives said. This was one of the reasons why you guys asked me earlier, why'd you do a put on Ford? This was the reason, okay? I heard this story and I was like, you know what? That's going to get some supply issues. I'm going to go ahead and get a put on Ford, even though I'm bullish on it long term. So definitely got to pay attention to the news. News will trump technical analysis every single time, guys. All right, so when we're talking about reflation stocks, right, I want you guys to pay attention to 4 indexes, all right, or industries: materials, industrials, financials, and energy. And we're going to go over some of my top picks in each of those. And definitely you need to pay attention to these because these are reflation type of trades. And a lot of these are also inflation safe havens for money to go into. So we're definitely paying attention to these as the sentiment gets more bearish and bearish on this inflation type of news. All right, enough news. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. You guys want to talk about stocks and you want to talk about charts, so let's do that right now. All right, first category we want to talk about is materials. And first up, when I think of materials, I think of DuPont. And looking at DuPont's chart right here, yes, we're on a little bit of a downward spiral, but we have room to grow. And I think that we may be pulling back a little bit, going to that 50% Fabrizio line, but that's only to test that area. And I think that we'll continue to move on up once we find a level of support down there, and then we can continue up higher. Next one in materials, I want you guys to pay attention to steel, okay? X. Steel is on the upswing, and I do think that we're going to continue to go up. I think we have a little consolidation period that we need to go through, but we are on our way up to the top level of the Fabrizio line. We got some heavy resistance up in between $25 and $26, but if we can hold that level and break through, then it's skyward from there. Last one in the materials section, I like Clsk. I think Clsk is kind of like X in that it's going to continue to climb up. And we have a little bit of resistance up there at the $23 level. But this one, I think, will continue to do fairly well as we move into reflationary type of stocks. And this is one that you need to put on your radar, and probably a good time to go long at these levels here. Next up, we're going into industrials, and you can't think of industrials without thinking of GE, and I do like GE. We're in a consolidation mode right now on a little bit of a downward swing, but I like GE moving forward. I think that we continue to make higher highs and higher lows as we move on and up, and I think it's just a matter of time before we start hitting and going over $100. So I would definitely be thinking of calls at, the $98, $99 range, and thinking GE will do fairly well here in the near future. Another one that I think of industrials is CAT, okay? I like CAT. We had a play on CAT the other day. It did fairly well. I think CAT is undervalued at its current level, and there's no place but up for CAT. I see this thing hitting $210 here in the near future, and I think definitely going long on some calls would be a good idea for CAT. Last one I want to talk about is Honeywell. I think we're in a consolidation mode in Honeywell. I do think that Honeywell is going to track down a little bit. I think we go test the bottom levels. 188, 186 would be the level I think we're going to test. And after we can find support down at the lower level, then we're going to start our track back up. But definitely, this is one that you got to keep on your radar, thinking long term. But in the short term, puts are probably the way I would go on Honeywell. Next one we're going to talk about is financials, and I always think of JPM when I think of financials. Consolidation mode right here in between the 50% and 61% Fabricio line. We're going to probably bounce around these levels for a while, but once we are able to find that support and we're able to break through that resistance point there at, the $158, it's onward and upward from there. So JPM, I definitely like them moving forward. One of my favorite stocks is Bank of America, and just like we talked about it the other day, we knew once we hit that top level, that that $50 level, we were going to have a cool down period. I think this is just a brief moment of cool down. We may even cool down a little bit moving into the end of the week, but I think once we find our level of cool down period, then we're going to start breaking through and go on to the newer high. It's just a matter of time before we break through the 50, and we're on our way up thinking 55s and then possibly 60s. And probably my favorite one going into the financial sector is Wells Fargo. I like Wells Fargo moving forward. This is one of my long-term plays. I think Wells Fargo is definitely a beast, and they're primed for continuation in 2022. I do think we're due for a little cool down period. We may even go test back down at 57, but it's just a matter of time before we hit that $60 levels, and we can hold that levels, and then it's onward and upward from there. Now, bonus on the financial sector, but more fintech, PayPal, okay? PayPal, we're down here at 119. This is the bottom, guys, in my opinion. I don't see us having any way, shape, or form that we can go lower than this, especially with PayPal being infused in so much of the financial industry that we have going on. It's only a matter of time before we're going to see signs of that full-blown reversal, and then it's time to hop on the train and ride this thing back up, because we got a long way to go back up to the top. And another bonus one, we're consolidating hard. This one's Square, another fintech one in the financial sector. I like this one too. I don't like this as much as a strong reversal as PayPal, but Block is definitely one of those that has some steam and has a lot of volume that's associated with it. It's just another matter of time before we start finding our reversal point. As you see, the volume's already kicking up, and we're going to start shooting back up to the 120s, the 130s, the 140s, and then we can start thinking about more hitting those highs of the 200 areas in the longer future. Last category we're going to talk about is energy. XOM is my favorite energy play moving forward in 2022. Right now we're in a cool down period. We're going to test down here at the 78 Fabricio line. We're going to test this. We're going to find support down here, and then we're going to bounce back up and make new highs. That's my opinion, but it's just a matter of time before we start tracking back up above $80 and on our way into the 85s and so on and so forth. So XOM, I definitely like this one. After we get done with the cool down and we find that support, I'll be looking for calls on this one. One of those clean energy plays that I like is CLSK. It's not as expensive. Definitely, we got a pretty decent trend. We got a buy signal as well. I like this play. I think it's just a matter of time before we start to see, $10 and $12 being stable. And then if we can break through to those upper sides, there's no reason why we can't see $20 here in the near future. Last one I want you to pay attention to is ENPH, okay, in phase. I like this one. We're in a cool down period. We're going to go down here and we're going to test this 145 area. We're going to hold this area, and then I think we bounce from there. So for right now, I'm on the put side of EMPH. I think we went a little too much too soon, and it's just a matter of time before we start to find that bottom level of support, and then we see the signs of reversal, and then I'm going to hop on the call train. All right, it's that time of the video where we're talking about the classes that we have. Remember, the classes are here, and every class we got is $15, and this is a valuable resource, guys. We put a lot of dedication, time, and effort into these classes, and for 15 bucks, you guys are getting a steal, in my opinion, and it's definitely worth your time to buy into this and get yourself into the Zoom classes. And everyone that pays the price and is verified payment receives a copy of the video. So let's talk about what we got coming up. All right, first up, this Saturday, 12 February at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have the hottest trading trend going on, and we're going to teach you how to trade algo signals. Listen, if you haven't seen these algo signals, man, these are automated signals based off of input data that spit out buy and sell signals based off of your favorite popular trending stocks. This class is a must class, especially if you're into new ways of trading to make money. Don't want to miss this. Go to the website, traderswarroom.com. Sign up today. The following week, we have our 7-figure mentor coming back and to teach us how to trade consistently for huge profit. Listen, part of trading and part of being successful is surrounding yourself by people that are more successful than yourself and that have proven to done it. This guy, he's made a fortune throughout the years of trading, and he's going to teach us the simple strategies that he's used to be consistent and make huge profits over and over and over again. If you're interested in making money, if you're interested in learning from a real 7-figure mentor, a multimillionaire, then this is the class for you. Check it out on Saturday, 19 February, 1 p.m., How to Trade Consistently. Go to the website and sign up today. And finally, we got a doubleheader on that weekend, Sunday, 20 February. We got Pastor Prince back with us, teaching you guys how to perfect your entries and exits. If you have struggled with getting into a stock and getting out of a stock, making money, then this is a class for you. He's going to break down how to get in at the right places and how to exit at the right time so that you maximize the profit potential that you have, okay? If you struggle with your entries and exits, you need to take this class. Go to the website, sign up today, and we'll see you guys at one of these classes and hope to see you at a lot more in the future. All right, and that's the video. Don't forget to check us out on Traders War Room, the Discord, the true one-stop shop for every type of investor trader out there. I don't care, beginning to advanced, there's a place for you on our Discord server. And from the Traders War Room admin team, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your loyalty, and I want to thank you for coming along with us on this journey. Remember, Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like a war zone. Stocks and sectors are our battle. We do it together as a team. Attack, conquer, and destroy, and we always, always, always go to war. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me, and let's go to war together.